Hello again. I'm a great one for making the best of things and looking on the bright side. The truth is, we are now, for good or ill, stuck with Keir Starmer's Labour Party for the next 5 years or so. And although it may not be what most of us wanted, we must just hope for the best. The fact is, whatever Tony Blair and his pals might have done when it came to mass immigration, the modern Labour Party's line actually looks quite sound on this matter. This does not, of course, mean that they will stick to what they say, but because they've been so definite about their pronouncements, it does mean that they will be open to accusations of deception if they do not stick to what was promised. As it happens, the Labour Party went into the election with a lot more firm commitments as far as immigration goes than the Conservative Party did. I thought it would be interesting to look at what Labour are promising, and I give a link to their public declaration as they relate to immigration. Have a look in the description to this video and click on the link and see what you make of it. It is headed Labour's Immigration and Border Policy. How we'll create a fair system and stop the small boat crossings. It's dated May the 10th this year. So we see at once that less than 2 months ago, Labour are actually committing themselves to stopping those illegal immigrants from entering Britain in this way. This is encouraging. They say that a Labour government will prioritise strong border security and deliver a properly managed and controlled asylum system which returns people who have no right to be here. Well, nobody could argue with that. This then is one definite commitment by the new government to stop the small boats crossing the English Channel. Of course, those illegal immigrants are only a tiny fraction of immigration to this country, most of which is through legal channels. What does Labour have to say about that? I quote, "Migration has surged to record levels under the Conservatives. Every time the Tories have faced a choice between raising skills and working conditions here in the UK or issuing more visas, they choose the higher migration option. The Conservatives have promised to bring down net migration countless times, but it has more than tripled since the last election under their watch. Why, I couldn't have put it better myself." But what are they going to do about it? They say that Labour's immigration policy will reduce the reliance on overseas workers, address homegrown skills shortages, and ensure that hard work is rewarded with proper wages and conditions. Well, good. What else? They will boost Britain's skills by joined-up Whitehall systems to spot and tackle skills shortages so that we can fire up skills training rather than look overseas to fill skills gaps, and end the days of sectors languishing on the shortage of skills without a plan to deal with the problem. And they will reform the points-based immigration system, bringing down migration. I'm bound to say I find all this very encouraging. Of course, there's no reason to suppose that they're going to do any of it, but I rather suspect that the unions have been on at the Labour Party about the influx of cheap labour from abroad, and this is what has given rise to these commitments. In short, Labour are committed to stopping the small boats crossing the Channel and also reducing legal immigration to Britain. They also plan to train more doctors and other professionals in this country rather than importing them from the Third World. These are clear and unambiguous policies, and if they are not adhered to, then we shall soon be able to see. For example, it will be a matter of public record if legal immigration rises or falls, just as it will be possible to see if the small boats are actually stopped or if the numbers coming here rise. So we can actually check out whether Labour is keeping its word in the future.